Hi everyone, I'm Wendy, and today I'm showing you one of my favorite salad recipes, massaged kale with roasted chickpeas. This is a simple, delicious, and filling salad that travels well, so it's great for taking to the office or to a picnic. So let's jump right in. I'll start by getting the roasted chickpeas going. I take 1 can of chickpeas, drained and rinsed, or about 1.5 cups of cooked chickpeas. Then I'll mix that with some seasoning. And you can go really simple with just some granulated onion and garlic, or whatever seasoning blend you like. I love to use curry powder, so that's what I used today. I spread these out onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes, stopping halfway through to stir them around. While that's baking, I'll prepare the kale. For this salad, I use either dinosaur kale or curly kale. I recently got this beautiful giant curly kale from my local CSA, so that's what I'm using today. I start by separating the kale leaves from the stems. And the stems are great to eat, but they are a bit tough to chew when they're raw. So for this salad, we just want the leaves. But you can keep the stems to chop up and add to a soup or a stir fry, or you can add them in with other veggies to make a simple vegetable broth. Kale, of course, is extremely nutritious, but it can be difficult to eat raw with its thick leaves. Massaging the kale makes it a lot more palatable. So after washing the kale, I like to cut it into thin strips. By cutting it into small pieces, it'll be easier to massage and ultimately easier to eat. And I keep this salad pretty simple. The only other veggies I add are sliced red onions and bell peppers. Today I have orange, but red or yellow are great in this as well. But before I add everything in, I'm going to start massaging the kale. Usually people will massage the dressing right into the kale, but I like to massage it a little bit first before I add the dressing. Adding a little bit of lemon juice will help break down the leaves while you're massaging, but you literally just squeeze the kale between your hands. Of course, you want to make sure you wash your hands really well, or if you're making this for other people, you could wear gloves. I usually massage this for about 5 minutes, and in that time, the volume of the kale will reduce by about half. Then I add in the onions, bell peppers, and the dressing. The dressing is simply made out of lemon juice, tahini, Dijon or stone ground mustard, and a little bit of date syrup. Feel free to use another sweetener in place of the date syrup if you like something else. And add as much or as little as you want, depending on how sweet you want your dressing. I also add a little water to thin it out just a bit. Once the dressing is mixed up, I add it to the kale and massage it a little bit more. Then I top it with the roasted chickpeas, and I like to serve it along with a roasted Jersey sweet potato. If you are taking this to work or saving it to eat later, I recommend keeping the chickpeas separate and just add them right before serving so that they don't get soggy. This is usually how I eat my massaged kale salad, and the recipe is linked in the details below the video. But sometimes I vary it, because as always, my recipes are just a template, meant to give you ideas. But feel free to switch it up. You could try a different bean in place of the chickpeas, maybe try some different veggies. You could add a whole grain like millet, quinoa, or sorghum, or eat it with some whole grain bread. The salad also makes a great filling for a wrap or a sandwich. Let me know in the comments how you might switch it up to make this salad your own, because I love hearing your ideas as well. If you like this recipe video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more whole food plant-based meal ideas. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.